Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous. 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 What up, though? It's your boy Common Sense, man. And we already know that common sense isn't common. Alright, look, so today, man, we have a person that I definitely rock with. A lot of people probably don't because of some of the stuff that he say on social media. And I can agree with y'all. He do sometimes say some crazy things, but the message, the main thing, the message behind the crazy thing that he say, I agree with. You feel what I'm saying? We got Charleston White, and he's talking to Aristotle. I also like Aristotle. Aristotle is a black young man who's into investing, who's into building generational wealth, stocks and things like that. You know what I'm saying? You got people like him, Wall Street Trap. You got Earn Your Leisure, and I will say 19 Keys, but 19 Keys, he on another level. He like a Malcolm X type level type of thing, but he do rock around with these people. You feel me? I'm your boy Common Sense. This is Famous Folks TV. Like the video, because liking the video is more important than subscribing these days. Subscribe to your boy if you're feeling my content. It's a reaction. Let's go.
Episode of Kicking It with OGs. I'm with the main man, Charleston White. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm good. Yeah. I ain't your original gangster with the convicts and tattoos on his neck and teardrops up under his eyes. I'm the opportunity giver. Yeah. Your nigga come testify for you in court to tell the judge you're a good nigga to let go.
All that.
Yeah.
So for one, first of all,
now look, let me say this, man. If you notice, he got the rat on his hoodie. He's embracing the role that people call him Rat Williams or snitching and shit like that. He come out the gate telling you that he'll testify for you in the courtroom to give you an opportunity to be free. Now, my whole point of doing this video is to show people that the things that Charleston White says, man, is exactly what he say it is. He's just trying to shock jock you, however the people say that, but he's trying to shock jock the black community just to get their attention, just to give them a message. Almost like putting medicine in the candy. You feel what I'm saying? If I say, anyway, I ain't gonna say that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But the things that he say he knows is gonna rub you the wrong way, but he feel like from our culture, the rap music, hip hop put out there, the things that people say like smoking on Tuka and all that type of junk, if they allowed to say that, he's allowed to say how he want to say it, and he want to give you a message at the end of the day. He know it's gonna grab your attention, but my whole point of doing this video is to not only expose y'all that this interview is existing, you feel me, but also to show you that Charleston White does have some sense, man, and you probably should come around to least listening to the dude. You ain't gotta rock with him or like him or be a fan, but at least listen to some of the stuff that he say, because some of the stuff that he say is true. Get out your emotions, people.
are you one of the funniest people I know. I've been watching you for the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
People don't know this, but we actually spent time together in Dallas.
You came to the city, homie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where you from, Dallas.
Spent a few days with you, man. We talked. We hung out. I got to see you in the club to see, so you're not a wild. You're a very, very reserved young man, and you're very mature. You light years ahead of today's young man, your age, and it's evident in the fruits of your labor. Right?
Appreciate that.
So you can always tell a tree by the fruit in which it bears. So I paid very close attention to you. Then I met your family members. So I sat back and I watched and I observed you. So that's what made me say, when I met you, it seemed like you had a strategic plan to get where you are now.
Right.
I sat back and I watched you do this. Yeah, I watch.
So you've been watching behind the scenes, like
Yeah. I've been following. I've been watching. I've been paying attention. Yeah, nigga. So I saw you from your you know from when you and your lady went to Jamaica, you met up with Boosie. You kept meeting Boosie out of town.
Yeah.
Then you were rocking with the 85. You and Desi, not homie. So I watched your platform evolve and grow, and then I saw you too as an individual, but also as an influencer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nah, that's dope to see that you've been watching and everything. And I want to say I watched your growth as well. Like, I just remember when you started, you were happy about the fact that you were getting into the industry guys, like the rapper. I remember when you first started the Instagrams, you were making your rants, and then it was getting a lot of traction. And you know,
I was really surprised that they was even paying attention to me. Nigga, you couldn't make me believe, nigga, T.I. and all these guys, nigga, it was you couldn't make me believe, because it's like they in the palace,
right?
I'm down here in the pasture. You can't hear a nigga in the pasture.
So look, so far, to be honest with you, man, if you listening to the interview right now and you paying attention and you ain't doing nothing else, you can notice how he's not coming how he usually come, talking a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna cuss for sure, but he's not talking a lot of shit, saying the wild shit to shock jock motherfuckers that he was doing before. You feel me? For the people that don't know, he got into it with T.I. and Boosie, and it was because he was going against T.I. and his T.I. son ended up saying something. And so he started going at T.I.'s son, and it started going viral because he was talking about T.I.'s son. You know what I'm saying? Just to put y'all up on that.
You're hollering and crying and complaining about shit up there in the palace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it amazed me that my voice reached that far.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical product.
So,
I ain't got the paid YouTube.
That was really motivation to keep talking.
And then some people been telling me that the light be shining on my head.
I feel you.
I'm a bald head guy.
Do you feel like, because I remember, I watched you a lot, and I remember you saying like your approach comes from the fact that you have a message to send out, and sometimes in order to send out a message, you must deliver it in a way that gets attention so that people can listen. And so that's
these are
one of the marketing
Edison.
strategies that I thought
it's
was clever.
It's shock jockey. So that's what I incorporated, right? To make you,
which is smart,
put
people.
the light on. Hey, fuck these rappers. So shock jockey and satire. So that was a strategy, literally.
Right.
And I picked that up doing taking 2 different speech classes at the community college, intro to speech and professional speech, and then taking those 2 classes and then writing papers in English 1 and English Compa 2, persuasive papers, narratives. So you learn from writing and you learn from speaking that you have to have something strong. You have to have something that grabs people's attention to make them listen to you. In your first
out the gate
lines, your first 3 paragraphs, or your first 5 minutes of speaking. So
out the gate,
you use shocking statements, right? But true.
Which facts.
You use shocking statistics. You use data. 80 to 90% of men who goes to prison are rearrested within 5 years. So when them niggas get out of prison, don't pay them niggas no attention to 5 years after they've been out. Because most go back within 5 years. So them niggas just be talking.
Now listen to this. Listen to what he just said. 80 to 90% of the people that's released from prison, men that's released from prison, go back to prison in 5 years. Right? Now, if your granddaddy told you that, or your grandma told you that, they would be considered, I ain't even gonna say they would be considered wise. If anybody told you If you just knew that statistics yourself, and you knew not to mess with nobody that got out of prison for until after 5 years, because 80 and 90% of men go back. That's what statistics is saying. And my mans end up going back, you will be considered a wise person. You feel me? Just off of knowing that statistic. To me, there's nothing better than the facts. The facts is something that you can't argue with. But for some reason in our culture, people are so emotional. If you start spitting facts and you doing it without I don't know, a filter, or your tone is a certain way, they don't even hear that. They hearing the tone and they starting to get into their feelings and they ignore the facts. It's certain things that you can't argue with. You feel me? Those classes that he was saying that he took in college, I took those same college classes myself, speech classes, and those are exactly the advice that he gave, far as giving shock jock statistical facts in the beginning of your speech, is exactly what they advise you to do. If I was trying to give a speech about some financial shit to my type of people, I would probably come out the gate and say 80 to 70 to 80% of black people, no, not even black people, American citizens don't have $1,000 put up for a emergency. A lot of people would be like, what? You know what I'm saying? So you can look around and then everybody you walk past, walk across, walk next to, standing to, sitting next to, talking to, don't have $1,000. I'm not saying you don't, but for the most part, 7 times out of 10, that's what it's gonna be.
So we be like, man, what? Oh, man, he just hate. But that's the data. One in every 3
it's black. The data.
So you can walk into a school. So this is how I would get people's attention. 1, 2, 3. Say, man, one of these little niggas going to prison. What? They don't want me coming back. Well, for one, I done got their attention.
That's emotions.
I speak their language. He calls us a nigga in school in front of white people. And then you got the black people who might not know the statistics saying, what do you mean 1 and 3? 1, 2, 3. One of y'all going. Count another 3. And I'm not saying but this is the data. Yeah. 1 in every 3. So you walk through every school. We can go to the maternity ward. So I learned data. I learned statistics. I use information, and I found a way to deliver it in a shocking manner to make you turn and put the light on me.
Delivering it how the rappers deliver their music. That's what he was doing.
What this nigga really do?
And I understood that early on with him.
Man, they really work with kids and he's talking like this.
Right.
Well, shit, niggas, the kids gotta hear it like this because this is the only way they can accept it.
True.
But initially, I didn't come with a message, homie. I was burnt out in the community as every other non-profit leader is, right? For one, you don't understand fundraising. But I went and understood fundraising. You don't understand the concept of donations and how to get donations and seek donations. So as a 501c3 leader, you feel like, well, man, I'm doing this all by myself. I'm spending my own money. And because of your passion and your commitment, you begin to neglect your personal life. You neglecting your financial situation because in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit, you believe this is my purpose in life. So you struggle to do it. And you better not have the biblical belief that you're supposed to be meek and humble and poor with it. So that's why most nonprofits don't get donations, because these corporations and these big funders and these big donors, they know if I give it to you, you're already poor, right? So most people, when they get the money, they go get a new car, a new truck, they go get an office, they gotta buy furniture, they gotta get.
Now look, let me just ask you this: from what you hearing so far and how this man is talking, and how you might have heard the things before you actually heard this man talk in an interview about this man, how do you feel? What's your opinion of this guy right now? Do you feel like this guy is ignorant? Do you feel like this guy have some sense? Do you feel like this guy is ignorant? Or do you feel like this guy have some sense? Put it in the comments.
Table, they gotta get the lights cut on, they get a copy machine, they gotta hire a secretary. So typically they go hire their mom, they go with their girlfriend's mom. So only 5% of the money is actually spent back into the community because you're actually
and what he say, I'm not sitting up here saying what he say is gospel neither. Don't get it twisted.
People get caught up on them going to federal prison,
but I do fuck with him.
The funds that they get through a nonprofit.
You know, somebody said this one statistic. They said, think about the logic of the fact that black people don't hire black people, meaning that when you go to school, you're literally fully dependent on getting a job from another race. Mm-hmm. So they say we sit and complain about how we're not getting help, but at some point we gotta learn how to provide opportunities for ourselves.
Yeah, or create them, or
create them. Yeah.
Yeah, or create them. But so that's even in the nonprofit world, homie. So we won't support each other for whatever reason. Once we integrated, we lost our inner support because the foreigner.
He talking about integrated with Martin Luther King, y'all.
Can always undercut my price. He got access to go get whatever, so he can always undercut my price. His store might be a little bigger, prettier, nicer, cleaner than mine. Mm. So once they took the signs down, and they said, okay, all y'all come over and eat. We rush to go eat at the spaghetti houses, at the steak houses, at the lobster houses. They didn't rush to come eat at the soul food joints.
These are facts.
They don't wake up on Saturday mornings and drive until our communities and go shopping. We wake up and take our families out of our communities and go across the railroad tracks and spend all our money, then come back and bring the item home.
These are facts.
So,
what's your credit card debt balance? If it's $10,000 or more, here are 3 easy solutions you can start implementing today.
We was programmed by Dr. King's dream.
Exactly. Martin Luther King. So look, let me say this, man. These are the type of conversations, man, that makes my soul happy. I don't really watch a lot of TV, and that's probably a lot of people nowadays with social media and things like YouTube, TikTok, you know what I'm saying? It's other things that we can watch nowadays that'll grab our attention. But I like watching YouTube because I feel like I can control what I consume. These type of conversations right here, man, is what, like I said, gets my blood boiling. The things that makes my soul happy. You know what I'm saying? Outside of me trying to self-better myself and create other little ways of income and things like that, you know what I'm saying, and messing with my kids, listening to these interviews is what make, like I said, again, my soul happy and gets my blood boiling. The whole point of my YouTube channel is to pretty much react to things, to give my 2 cents on stuff that, like I said, draw some type of emotions out of me that makes me feel like I need to talk about or I got something I want to say. At some point, man, I would love to start interviewing, love to start getting out, touching the people and asking the people certain questions. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man, let's get back to the interview. Charleston White, Aristotle. Shout out to Aristotle, man. I like his setup. Kicking it with the OGs. I like his setup, and I see that he's coming in for another income.
So I don't know if we can undo it. Not with us, right? But we can. I believe we can start it. I think we can. I think we can create another Black Wall Street for the 3rd time, because they did rebuild it. Most people don't know they did rebuild it. Yeah, they did.
Explain that. Explain the rebuild.
It just didn't reach the status that it was before, but they did rebuild it
in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. Atlanta became a mecca of what Black Wall Street could have been had it existed till the 1960s. It could have been what Atlanta is today in the 1960s. So Atlanta picked up the torch.
Yeah.
Outside of Atlanta, I haven't seen no other state or city of black people who enter economics with each other.
Being from here, I was born in '96.
So look, man, I don't want to make this video too long. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna end it right there. What I'm gonna end up doing, I'm gonna probably end up making a part 2, part 3, part 4 interviews that I like I said, that I enjoy, that makes my soul happy, man. I'm gonna probably start breaking them boys down, just to give my little 2 cents in, just like I'll be sitting in the room, the shit that I might want to say. Some of the questions that I would love for people to be asking people, like a frequent question is like, what books are you reading? Especially to the people that's coming on shows that's talking like they got some sense. You feel me? But anyways, I'm finna end this. I'm your boy, Common Sense. Like the video, subscribe to your boy. I'm doing what I always do, and I'm signing off. Peace.